Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn Hospitality. I am Chef Preetham and today we are going to talk about that something interesting that every hotel management student receives the moment they join the college. Guess what is that? That's called toolkit. Do you remember the school days when we used to go to the next grade or maybe our next class? Every year we used to get new books, those new covers, that beautiful smell of it, that new stationery. Just like that, when you go to hotel management college, you get that something new, which is toolkit. And this toolkit is not just some equipment you're getting, but without these toolkits or without the tools which are inside that kit, you just can't do anything. So as we are learning, what do we learn inside a hotel management college? These tools are also so important, and the very first day that you will go inside a kitchen, you will be introduced to those tools. Now they may look like your everyday tools, but here these are dearly good. These are something that is going to turn you into a chef. Toolkits come in different sizes and different shapes. At every different place, you will get this toolkit in maybe a different shape. It's not about the size of a toolkit, it's about the tools which are inside that. Now at every place, you may be given some different sets, but the basic tools will always remain same because those are required for you to start your cooking skills. So these are your beautiful tools which you will find inside your toolkit, and as you can see, I have divided them into three different parts: first, second and third. The first part is all about your cutting, chopping, which in technical terms will be called as subdivision or fractionalization. The next one are all the tools which help you in mixing. And the third one are some other miscellaneous tools. So let's look at them one at a time. The first tool is the chef's knife. Now this is one of the most important tools for any cook or a chef because this is going to help you in everything. Now it looks just like a knife, but when you talk about a chef knife, you can have them in couple of sizes. Now, although each size has a particular purpose, which we will learn in the due course of time, but remember that a chef knife's importance is apex. Then we come to a smaller version of that, and which is known as a paring knife. Now, paring knife, you can see, has a different shape. The handle has a good grip, and with this shape, you can work for lot of carvings and lot of shapes which you may want to give to the vegetables or fruits. So that's your paring knife. As you see the next one, it has got the shape which looks like a knife, any other knife, but if you look at its edge, it has got lot of teeth. This one is called as a bread knife. The purpose is to cut the edges of the bread without affecting the bread, and you need to learn some skills in order to use this. The next is a knife without a sharp edge. It is called as a palette knife. Now the purpose of palette knife mainly is to spread any kind of a spread on a flat surface like a frosting on the cake, and as you can see, it is flexible. Because of this flexibility, it becomes very useful, especially on moving some substances on flat surface. I hope everyone knows this. This is called a simple peeler, a very simple equipment found everywhere, but very important, especially when it comes to peeling vegetables. The next one is called as Parisian scoop.
Now Parisian scoop is used for scooping out the balls or the round shapes out of the certain vegetables or fruits. Now it doesn't have sharpness at the edge like a knife, but it is definitely not blunt. So always be careful while handling this. The next one are mixing or combining tools. The first one in this is a balloon whisk. As you can see the shape, and that because of that shape it is termed as a balloon whisk. Its main purpose is whisking, and whisking is a method in which we always try to incorporate air, and because of these wires which are just going around each other, whenever you are moving this particular tool, the air automatically gets incorporated in your recipe or in your preparation. The next one you see here has got a spring. Now this is called as the beater, or very commonly egg beater. Now this is where everyone gets confused. Remember, this is a balloon whisk and this is an egg beater. Now the purpose of egg beater is somewhat similar to that of the whisk, but this one will also incorporate a lot of air inside by using its spring action. No prizes for guessing this. This is a wooden spoon. But a wooden spoon is a very important and a useful tool, because whenever you are making sauces or whenever you are making any kind of a gravy and you need to check certain shine, certain consistency on the back of the spoon, at that time wooden spoon helps a lot. This one is called as rubber spatula. Now you are going to see this rubber spatula being used a lot of time. Now rubber spatula, unlike any stainless steel equipment, has got a flexibility which helps us in sometimes cleaning out the sides from the vessels, sometimes in mixing something in the pan, and also because of its being rubber, nothing much sticks on the surface. But if you are buying it from outside, just make sure you're buying something which is a food grade rubber. This one which I'm showing here can be different at different places. It's actually nothing but just a wooden spatula or a wooden spoon. Now you can also have it in a different shape, and its purpose is mixing, but it will be generally provided in a toolkit. Let's move on to some other tools. The first one is called as a dough scraper. Now dough scraper is a very handy tool because there are a lot of times when you are going to make a dough or do a lot of other things on your tabletop, on this surface itself. When you're doing it, you need scraping out. Many times there's a dough in certain preparations you need a dough which is sticky. So that time also a dough scraper helps us to actually come and do a process of making dough as well. So that is the use of dough scraper. Now these are measuring spoons. The key factor in bakery products or confectionery products is its precise measurement, and that is why having these tools are very important. Now measuring spoons now what I'm showing you are stainless steel, but you also find them in the plastic, and they can be there in your toolkit in the plastic form. But what is important are their sizes. So they will vary from 1 tablespoon to 1 teaspoon to half teaspoon to 1 1/4 teaspoon. And these are the standard measurements you will require in your recipes. Next are the set of nozzles. There are again number of types of nozzles, but some of the basic ones that you will find in your toolkit are the round nozzle, star-shaped nozzle, petal nozzle, leaf nozzle, and a small round nozzle. Then comes this. Now this particular tool is a wine bottle opener also, and a normal bottle opener. Now why a chef should have this? Because this looks more like a bar tool. Yes, it is a bar tool, but even a chef will require that because there are a lot of wines which are used in the kitchen as well, and there are a lot of bottles like ketchup bottle may have a cap which you may have to use using this particular opener, That's why it is always handy for a chef to have this tool with him. And finally, a spoon and a fork. Whenever you have to taste anything in the kitchen, and you always have to taste your food before sending to the guest, you will need these two simple tools. So use them, wash them, and use them again. So now you know it. Whether you are joining Hotel Management College or not, you know now that what lies inside that toolkit. And these are the simple tools which are going to help you become a chef. Always remember, it starts with the first step. So I hope you learned something in today's video, and which was very simple to understand. So we are going to keep coming with such simple yet interesting videos for all of you. So do like, share and subscribe our channel, Learn Hospitality. Till next time, it's me, Chef Preeta.